keep telling myself I'll put the camera away till I get to the top, but man. There was a couple of people at Trail Magic yesterday that were trying to get a ride into Mazama, I think, which is where I'm going to try to go from the next pass up on my way back. But we were talking to him. It was a young couple, and the lady was just like, I just don't do cold and wet. I'm not going to do it. And they were talking about staying in town for 3 or 4 days to wait out whatever this is. Although so far it's been a lot better than anticipated. And I remember just being like, kind of shocked. Like we all, Nibbles and I looked at each other like, what? Like you're so close. And I was trying to see both sides. On one hand, just get it over with, man. Do it, you're here. Man. On the other hand, this is pretty gnarly stuff. You'll be able to see it. So if you've got the time and the money and the inclination, why not wait it out and spend a few cheap days in town? If I was by myself, I could have possibly been tempted to join them. But I'd like to finish with Nibbles and the Brits and the Bambis and Chief. So, honestly, we thought the forecast was going to be hard rain all these days instead of a light snow. So, when I heard her say, no, I think we're just going to go to town. Maybe they were even quitting. I remember looking at Nibbles just like with these grim looks. We were just like, we go into the maelstrom. Yeah. It's like, there's no other option. I think I'm going way up there. Or I'm doubling back and going way up there. I don't know. I'm going somewhere where it's tall, windy, and cold and wet. Yeah, Washington. I keep telling Nibbles, hey man, you gonna hike the AT next? And he's like, God, no. I'm like, come on, you'll have done Washington twice in the rain. You're ready. This is gonna be pretty gnarly. Whoa. One can only imagine in a blue day. Still, we might get there. But first, gotta go way over there. Man, just coming around that ridge. You can sort of see through the trees coming all the way around. Looking out at the now cloudy mountains. But, ooh, the sun's coming down. The air cleared over there. I was just having one of those kind of awesome little moments. I'm walking in the snow, but it's not shit Sierra snow. It's like a normal snowy day back home. All that air cleared and I could see all those mountains. The ground got flat. Birds came out and started chirping. Hopefully they know something I don't about the weather. Just had one of those like moments, I guess. Those magical moments. I've had 1 or 2 of those the last couple of days. Where you're just kind of like a bit of a high, I guess. You're just kind of blown away that you're here right now actually doing this. Like all this is real and happening. Is awesome. It's all gone now. But man, you can just see everything. You can see the clouds behind the ridges all lit up from sun. Ooh, check this out in just a second. But those moments are so cool. You just kind of sit there and watch, just like taking in those deep breaths. Air just smells and tastes a little better, I guess. Got some more coming up here. Then I think, I'm not sure if it shows up on this, but out there, the ridge trail goes over that ridge and will take me back down to the earthly cares of water and broken feet. I mean, I wasn't going to take out my camera. You could see it a little bit better 5 seconds ago, but boosh. Today will be a full day, tomorrow will be a full day, I think. Monument Day the next day probably. And then hang out for a while if the weather's forgiving. And then take a bunch of really obnoxious pictures. Ooh. And then depending on what time of day it is, I'm gonna try to turn right back around and get that 3,000 foot climb out of the way, which is gonna be a bitch. But then after that, it's gonna be a lot like it is now, which I think is 500 to 1,000 feet, like dips. And then, you know, weaving in and around passes and peaks, which, hey, maybe I'll look out and the weather on the way back will be better than the way in, and I'll actually kind of get a nice little love letter from Washington. Now we're talking. We've got mist coming from that way, mist sort of burning off that way. Who cares? It looks amazing. Now it's got that little snow spritz going on. Love it. What a idyllic Christmas morning snowfall. Except it's September. Whoa. Walking through a snowstorm and then bam. And this monolith way up there. That's just so ridiculous. And nibbles. It's been a rough, oh, you can see stuff. There's a tiny patch of blue up there. We just climbed up almost 3,000 feet. Just, I think I have ice in my beard. Just endless gray. Now you can see a little bit of the slopes out there. Maybe, I don't know. Just sleet, ice, snow coming in horizontal. And these long switchbacks. I'd see nibbles like 100 yards ahead of me. Every time I'd see him turn around, I was like, this has gotta be the last one. This has been so long. And then I'd see him start going up again, and you're like, oh, God. I'm blown away that I can see some blue. But this day has been so topsy-turvy. We'll get sun, and then snow, and then rain, and then sun. And I spent the last like 2 hours going through an endless switchback up. And now that I'm up here, you can start to see some stuff. Like I don't even know what to. I said it was 40% chance of like a couple inches of snow today. Why is it that when they're like, there's a 60% chance of rainstorms or something, you never expect it to randomly be sunny all day? But if there's like a 30% chance of rain out here, you can bet it's gonna rain for 2 days straight. Nice. If only, whoa. I wonder how much higher that goes up. If only we were at like 1,500 feet instead of 7,000. Jesus. Hope I'm not going towards those clouds. I mean, probably. In all likelihood, why wouldn't I be? Oh my sweet Jesus Lord. There's a trail there coming right up to me. Some crazy mountains. Chief and I were just joking. Man, look way back there. Chief and I were just joking that it's all so beautiful and we don't care. Would you look at that? Come on, son, you can do it. There's actual honest to God sunlight hitting that mountain. With those clouds going through there. The trail doesn't go this way, by the way. We're going back this way. I just saw the sunlight over the cliff there. Wanted to go take a peek. Where we're going is much more depressing. You can kind of see the gash of trail cutting across over there. Then it goes down that little peak a little bit. And then around, I'm not sure if I'm going that far today. I know somewhere over there is Hart's Pass. God, my hand is cold. Hart's Pass is up over there somewhere. And Hart's Pass is kind of funny on Gut Hook anyway. There's like the parking lot, and then, you know, a mile or so up is a campground, which is like officially called Hart's Pass, and that's where I guess people like myself are going to try to hitch back in 2 days or so. But that one has like a privy and everything. However, Nibbles was telling us that it can be really, or it is really exposed. And I mean, does that look like a place you want to be exposed? Oh my God, look over my other shoulder here. I will expose myself to you, son. What? What? Now that would be awesome if it stayed like that for a while. But it changes so crazily out here. This morning I woke up at 3 to go pee and I was like under the stars. At 6 it was snowing or sleeting. We had the sun come out, we had fog, we had more snow, we had sleet, we had hail, we had rain, we had sun, we had sideways sleet up that climb. Now we have sort of sun. What a day. Oh my God, there's so much. Man, these formations out there are just wild. And those colors. Whew. All right, so I was just journaling about how crazy and back and forth this day was. We were feeling good about the weather, and some people just drove by, popped their head under my tarp. Apparently, we're getting a foot of snow tonight. And then it's going to snow heavily for the next 2 days. And the temperature's going to be around 20. And they wanted to know if I wanted to ride back to Mazama. I chatted with the guys, but it's different for them, of course, because they get to push through and I have to come back. It's a lot of snow. In the end, we decided to go to Mazama and like wait it out or whatever. But they went and checked one more campsite. Now their car's full. So I think the Brits and maybe Bambi are going back tonight. And Nibbles and I are just going to ride it out. And I think we can walk. Jesus, it's cold. 5 to 10 max down this road that we're camped by. And they said once we start dropping down in elevation, the snow's going to get a lot better. That was another thing too, is like if I had pushed through and got back and did it safely and everything, there was no car that's going to be able to come up this road to take me back. So that's kind of what did it. Oh, and I asked her, I'm like, are we talking, like is 20 the low? Like, is that what it's dropping to at night? Because I can get by in my puffy. And she was like, no, honey, that's the daytime high. And that was kind of that was the cincher for me. So I'm curled in a ball in my hammock right now. Nibbles and I are going to get up around 7 and start walking down this road. And these people said they would drive back in the morning and pick up any stragglers. So fingers crossed. And I guess we'll wait it out or give it a day or two and make a decision. Because a daytime high of 20, I'm just not geared for. That's like winter from where I'm from. So maybe gear up more. I don't know. I need to sleep on it and then shower and laundry on it and then sleep on it. Ugh.